I'm just testing out the audio here and seeing how everything sounds because I actually plan on doing things this way for right now because of I would be streaming through my phone, but right now it's being a bitch. Just testing out the audio here and seeing how everything sounds because I actually plan on doing things this way for right now because of I would be streaming through my phone, but right now it's being a bitch. Just testing out the audio here and seeing how everything sounds because interesting. All right, well, if that's the case, and if it all sounds like that, then hey, what's up? I'm just. This is not really like a. This is more of just like a. This is more of like just a testing stream. Basically, it's like I'm just testing it because my iPhone port is being like really annoying at the moment. So, and plus I have a big stream that's coming up, and I don't want to. And I'm not missing that Thursday for the world. I mean, you guys saw that in there. You mean you saw that is going to be a I'm going to be interviewing a comrade of mine, actually two comrades. One of them is Dust James, and then there's another guy that actually followed me on Twitter. He's an anti-imperialist, as a matter of fact. Only Saber, Adam, and Dark were on a call a while ago. Oh, they were? I didn't hear about that. I haven't been on. I haven't really. I haven't really been on that much. I was on there earlier. What the fuck's going on here? There's like 50 fucking messages here. Messages you see me joining out talking about how solemn or feeding trolls how it annoy us. I hate that we're still talking about this, but people that are so desperate for attention always weren't feeding your shoulders, man. So much Irish fans. Oh yeah, no, I see it now. It's those people that know them are. Can you how do I sound on here just out of curiosity? Do I sound good? Like can you hear me good? I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that you can I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So you just have to let me know about that. Hey, bro, what's up? I'm just testing out some shit at the moment. I'm actually testing out OBS. Oh, I sound decent? Well, shit. That's good to know. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? Well, you know what I'm gonna do because I you know that big stream that's coming up. That big stream that's coming up on Thursday. Because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my iPhone port charger. Like the charging port. It's being like really fucking screwy, and I tried cleaning it out and all that, and I'm just yeah, I was trying to deal with that, so that's been kind of a pain in the ass. For a little bit. I mean, I mean, I know this is kind of like unexpected, but I mean, this is more or less just a testing stream I'm doing just to test my audio out and just to see how OBS works at the moment. Just because, just because of the fact that I'm trying to see how OBS works because I haven't used it in a while. And I'm looking at the decibels, and it looks like the decibels are going like up and up. So I'm gonna try and play like a game here, and we can like just to see like how things are. I'm just like I said, I'm more or less just testing things out. Shit went down earlier, and Joey and Adam were mad at the three. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm so over it. Like, I'm just like so over it. But yeah, no, that Saul, his name, like, he seriously needs to like fucking stop. Like, enough is enough with trying to interact with fucking stupid people online. It's just enough. It's just enough is enough. I'm telling you right now, that is not even going to be a topic of discussion on my big stream on Thursday. And I'm not saying any of you guys are doing it. Yeah, if you'd like to call me, sure, we can chat for a bit. Hold on. Let me. I just. I have to. Let me just do a. Let me just capture it really quick, just so that way it picks up on my end. Just so that way it picks up on my end. So we can do that. Like I said, I haven't used it in a while. All right, you can call me now. We'll just see how all this goes. Like I said, I don't know how audio is on other your end. Like I said, I'm just testing things out at the moment. So I think I should lower the desktop audio because I think that was once loud at one point. So if you'd like to give me a ring, but yeah, no. All right, I'm trying to unmute here. I'm just trying to unmute here. What's up? How you doing?
Hello. I'm only going to be on here for a little bit, and then shortly after, I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, obviously, we're not going to discuss this on Thursday. But if you guys in the stream don't know what the hell was going on there, basically, Joey and Adam were upset that Soul was basically feeding trolls,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Well, no, I mean when I mean people doing that are just it's just getting fucking annoying. All right, how does it
yeah,
sound?
exactly.
How does it
Especially
sound?
when
I'm just asking you.
especially when they start tagging us. That's even more annoying.
Well, I just
Hello,
fucking ignore it. I just fucking ignore it. I'm not paying no attention to it anymore. Hey,
Yeah, like I just want to say something right now.
mm-hmm.
Soul, if you're watching this, please stop. Please stop giving these people attention, and please stop tagging Joey in your community post when you're giving these trolls attention. We don't want to deal with these people, and we don't want to have to hear about them. Like I don't even want to talk about this right now. But people in the fact that people in Joey's community are still giving trolls attention and are still associating with like the a certain Canadian fucker with a picture of an amazing World of Gumball character, and his profile is like, we're
Yeah,
just
that
gonna warn you, Soul. Please start
yeah.
giving these people attention, and if you continue to give these people attention, you're gonna have to get blocked, and we don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, we
So
don't want to
please
have to do
stop.
that. Yeah, we don't want to have to do
can
that,
you hear me?
Felt. But you really need to you really need to stop. Stop tagging us in with what other people are doing. We don't care. No offense, we're not trying to be rude or anything like that. But like this, like really needs to stop. Like enough is enough. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
we like
old and dead shit, and you need to stop, and you need to move the fuck on and cut the
yeah,
bullshit.
I don't want to hear about these people. I don't want to talk about these people. I don't want to I want to move on. I want to talk about more important things.
Same
I
here.
hate that I hate that I have to tell people this because it should be obvious to everyone in this community that we should not be giving these trolls attention.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Hello. So, big show happened earlier. A big shit show. So, yeah, there was a big shit show on Discord earlier, if you didn't see it.
Well, I think it's a good thing that we're doing this right now because Thursday is going to be the day I'm interviewing two comrades of mine at 6:30, and it's going to be the first time I'm going to be doing that. And this is going to be the last thing that's going to be the last thing that's not even going to be brought up. That's not even going to be a topic of discussion coming
Yeah,
up.
Well,
we're
it's going
not
to
like
happen now.
what we were just talking about earlier. We are not bringing the troll feeding up anywhere in Zach's next live stream. Like that's not happening because we don't want to. We don't want to talk about this shit. We don't want to hear about these trolls, and we are sick of people in our community still giving these trolls attention and even tagging us. It's annoying. We don't want to deal with these people.
Yeah,
We want to move
we don't
on.
want to talk about it
Yeah.
no more. We are over it. We don't want to talk about
Exactly.
it no more because we are freaking over it. Yo, what's up?
So I want to say this. This is going to be a bit of a story. So what happened is Adam told me on Discord he was fed up with these bullshit. So me and Adam talked on Discord. So we decided to get in a call. We talked for a bit, but then Dark Reaper wanted to join us. So we talked about a bunch of shit. Yeah, and we vented there. We basically vented throughout that whole podcast, and Nicholas come towards the end of it.
No, OBS.
And Nicholas had to go to bed.
Okay.
Even though Nicholas told me, well, Nicholas was telling me he wasn't going to quit because, you know, he said he'd rather keep his job.
I understand.
He said he still hates his job, but like, from what I heard, he's not gonna quit because he gets paid there.
Well, yeah, that's true. And plus, you know how fucking hard it is to find a job in this. You know, in fucking the way the economy is.
Yeah,
Me and
exactly.
Adam, I mean, even though there was a lot of bullshit, me and Adam did have we did have fun destroying these shittards.
Yeah. It's not just Soul that's like feeding the trolls, it's this other guy too.
Oh yeah, we also mentioned that Ukrainian retard that responded to Zach in our podcast.
Yeah.
I told that Ukraine during the podcast. I said something about this Ukrainian person who made us sing about Zach.
Oh
saying
yeah, that
this
fucking Alistair.
So here's what I said. This is what I said to Dark Reaper and Adam while they were there before Nicholas joined. I said, "Whose mental escape patient is this?"
Yeah, really.
You know, but I was not really too happy during the podcast. I felt like I was taking the conductor control because, you know, I was like, oh, I have to pass it on to Nicholas, and I have to pass it on to Dark Reaper. But most of the time I was passing it on to Adam, saying, like, you tell the story.
Yeah, I would pass it on to everybody else. Well, yeah, no. But yeah, no, because I know he'll be, Nick will be on Thursday, I would assume, right? I know
But like I said, the Discord podcast was a real shit show.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I mean, Dark Reaper was there. He can tell you how much of a shit show it was.
Wait, was it like arguing? Was it like arguing or something like that?
Oh, no, not arguing. It was us confronting these fuckers.
Oh.
Like, we were basically talking about them. We were talking about them. And then Adam decided to tag Sal on Discord and told him to stop acting like the way he is.
Well, yeah. I completely agree. And
but most of the time we were talking shit about other users, but we did it behind closed doors where they couldn't. Mainly we vented in our private section.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, we weren't like the call that we were doing, we weren't live streaming anything. It was kind of a private call, so we could basically talk about whoever we wanted to and not have to worry about like the audience, like, you know, hearing about their names and giving them attention and stuff. But yeah, we were basically discussing about how like Soul and some other fans of Joey were basically just feeding these trolls and how we were like upset about it and stuff.
That makes sense.
Like I said, like I said, what we said in the podcast is best left in the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There's no.
that makes sense. And then after that, it's gonna be it's gonna be done and done. It's gonna be done and done essentially.
One and done. I did a one and done. I said my piece.
Yep, I said my piece, and that's how it's going to end there. For now on, to anyone who's watching this stream right now, for now on, we are starting here. We are done. We are done talking about drama. We are done talking about these idiots, these trolls. Yep, and we're not going to give them the time of day. We are not going to give them attention. We don't want to hear about them. We don't want anything to do with them or their bullshit.
Yep.
We're done. Like, this isn't a drama channel. Absolutely. And if people keep mentioning these trolls and keep feeding and keep giving these trolls attention, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to have to get blocked.
Yep, or at least get their mod status revoked indefinitely or something along those lines. Wait, I don't know. Oh yeah, Saul is a. Well, it's like, listen, it's like, okay, whatever. You want to go be toxic? Go be toxic. You can go be toxic on your own time. But here's the thing: when you're acting toxic on my time and on you guys' time, that's when we have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, people, you could go talk about these trolls anytime you want. The problem is you keep on tagging us and getting us involved. That's when we have a problem with it.
When we have nothing to do with it. That's the problem.
This is what I said in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I said in the podcast. End quote. These fuckers, they're only doing it for and then I said in quote, user X user, so I'm just going to say user X user because I don't want to mention them, can kill themselves for all they can fight each other. I mean, hell, they can kill themselves if they want. They can kill each other, but we're not giving them time of day.
Yep. Hey, Rhodes, can you just let me know how things stand, right?
Like, I'm just saying, like, they can kill each other. It's not our time and priority.
Yeah, because we have nothing to do with it. It's not our fight. It's not our...
And I said in the podcast, like, I was going to make an exposed video or a response video to that retard, but then I realized something. I don't need to give this retard my time of day.
Yeah,
let them screech and moan.
Yeah, I was going to make exactly. I was going to make a response to Alistair Mycroft, but I figured that it wasn't worth it. It's not worth my time.
No, and it's not worth
the video he made on Zach states for itself. It's moronic. It's retarded. He has like no good critical arguments against Zach other than spewing petty insults. You have a pro-Putinist hello. That's all he has to offer against Zach.
And no critical thinking skills whatsoever. Hey,
exactly.
Rose, can you tell me how everything sounds? Just out of curiosity. Can you hear me and you can hear everyone in this call? I just want to... Because I'm testing...
There's a new way to talk on Discord.
What's up?
So on Discord, there's this one thing. Like, there's another way to talk besides texting. There's this little microphone on Discord. Like, you can put your voice on that Discord thing. Yeah.
So I went on the so I went Zach streams, I checked, and yes, I can hear my audio and your audio perfectly.
Oh, that's great.
Well, on my side, like, I'm just gonna say it right now, I came on Discord because I got tired of hearing like the audio on one earphone, but the other earphone wasn't playing the audio.
Alright, good night.
Alright, good night.
Like, how long was our podcast, Dark Reaper? About an hour?
I believe it was half an hour, maybe.
I think it's an hour and a half because it was like 11 o'clock when we left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was busy doing
work. Well, me and Adam started about 10 o'clock and didn't until 11, so it's about an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you were I know at the time when we were starting this call, when we started that call, Zach was busy with stuff, but you know what, I figured that Zach wouldn't really exactly, want to hear about these people anyway, so,
I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with it. It's just as long as it isn't like on my screen or something, and it's just
Yeah,
nothing but that. I'm not
exactly.
saying that you.
Because
I'm
we
not
mentioned them
accusing you
often.
guys. I'm not accusing you guys of doing that.
Like we mentioned some people off stream. Like you know who you are. Like, well, I'm just gonna say you know who we mentioned. We're not gonna say their names on stream because that's what they want.
Yeah. Well, hope because I'm not dealing with another incident that happened February 19th. We all know what happened with that. We all know what happened.
Oh
with
yeah.
that so,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
when
when we tried to reason with someone to stop feeding trolls, and look how they ended up. So.
Yep, but we all know what happened
no,
with that.
we're not saying their name, because I already said their name in my podcast. I already said my condolences.
Well,
I even told Nicholas in quote, "But you can go down, but you're not going down with me, or you're not dragging me down with you."
Well, the reason I'm doing it on OBS right now, the reason I'm doing it on here right now, is because of the fact that I don't know how my phone. I don't know. It's just something with my fucking phone. The charging cord is being fucking weird, and I'm gonna go get that taken care of another day, probably Thursday or Friday. So for the time being, I don't want to have my phone be all fucked during the stream. So I figured that I'm just gonna use my backup method, that is OBS. And I'm watching the live chat right now. It actually looks like it's running fine. It's not lagging. I don't know who the hell is this Market Monkeys. I don't know who this person is.
Wait, who? Where?
In the live chat. Now they're commenting this. Yeah, that's alright. I don't know. Anyway. I don't know, maybe I wasn't seeing things. I'm definitely not hilarious. Plus, you know, and plus, not to mention the fact that OBS sometimes is just more convenient, because that way I can actually, like, play games and I don't have to, like, turn the phone. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? I don't know who the fuck this person is. Yeah, no, this person is obviously just a fucking. Alright.
Oh wait, we found another retarded NATO thing.
I guess so. Alright, well. Bye-bye.
What's going on?
Oh, just another fucking dumbass, apparently. Well, bye.
On your chat, in the live chat?
Yeah, I'm like, alright, bye. See ya.
Alright, see ya. See ya, dude.
Alright, see ya, fucker. Not dealing with your dumb fucking ass. Like,
Weird. I couldn't see his messages for some reason.
I couldn't see it, but then I ended up putting on the live chat. So doing that. Oh yeah, Sal's in the
I was listening to music.
Alright, you can come join. Oh yeah, okay, Adam's going to bed. Alright, well, we got a big show. We got a big show, Adam. Oh, my audio sounds perfect on my end. I can hear myself perfectly. Oh wow!
In a little bit.
Hey, OBS is a success. At least this time it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
be going to bed in a little bit, since it's late at night. But I'll chat here for a little bit.
All right.
Just because.
Yeah, I think this was a good thing to do, because I'm testing out, like, the audio and stuff. Unless I can magically get this fucking phone thing to.
You also made the right decision to make, like, a discussion stream, so that way we don't have to talk about the whole thing we just talked about on the first day stream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? It all worked out. Yeah, I wanted to test out OBS for a bit. I wanted to test out OBS for a bit. So I figured, why not?
That epic rant I did yesterday
Dude, that was
at the beginning of the stream.
That was fucking glorious. You're oh
He's
my
basically yelling at
you
Ken Roth.
are you fucking kidding me?
God, yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was the
Did you see
angriest
my
I've
two
ever
videos on it?
heard you, Joey. Like, I've never heard you yell that loud before.
And I know I'm the
Hey,
angry
Zach.
motherfucker. I know I'm the ranting motherfucker in here. But hey, you know what? Sometimes other of my other homies in here have to take turns. You know, they gotta take
Yeah,
turns.
but do you know something funny? Um, hey, did you see my exposed video in a nutshell video?
Yeah, I did. That was actually really funny.
Like Zach and Totally Not Joey exposed in a nutshell joke video.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious. You even mentioned how, like, this stupid argument about how you and Zach grew me.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Yeah, fucking retarded. And
And,
it's
you know,
I love how they say I'm a fake. This one dumb motherfucker says I'm a fake communist. When okay, I'm socialist leaning and I'm pretty damn left wing, but I don't call myself a communist like outright.
also, yeah, it's like I've said before. I call, Zach's the ranter, Adam's the news reporter, Joey is the raging furry, Nicholas is the historian, and I'm the reader.
That's
A
very
good,
true.
And when Zach is gone, and then I'm the host. Pause. I
Nor
was the
the
host of the podcast
either you or Adam are the host because of his
because the podcast we were doing that was a shit show. The shit show podcast we did. I was basically the conductor of that thing.
Yeah,
yeah, but
you were like the train conductor basically.
it wasn't like, the podcast we did earlier wasn't exactly a live stream. It was a private podcast because we wanted to
Yeah.
discuss a few things in
Yeah.
private.
Well, I'm just glad that OBS actually fucking.
Why does my voice sound so soft on stream?
I don't know. I don't know. I think you kind of have a soft voice in general. I always thought you had a soft voice, like when I.
You have a soft, furry voice.
Yeah.
Oh no, I could basically get on stream. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to try my best to find a cheap fursuit, get a fursuit, a wolf fursuit, put the wolf fursuit on, go down to town hall and scream "fuck Ukraine" in fursuit.
Oh, you can't scream that in front of your town hall. Yes, you can. It's called freedom of speech and assembly. And by the way, I was in the middle of the fucking town. I wasn't even. It wasn't like I was in a suburban area in front of a bunch of houses. I was literally in the middle of the town square. It was. I wasn't
Like,
even
just
near
take
any
me
like
for an example.
apartment buildings or any like houses or nothing.
I don't have neighbors, so I can scream as loud as I can.
Exactly.
But my
And you know what's
grandparents at night,
yeah.
like they're asleep because my grandparents are asleep. I can go back and fucking yell.
And there's not even
Oh, their
any
room is far away.
okay, and there's not even and same thing with like my apartment building. This is like the closest house. Like halfway down the street, there's the town hall, and then there's like a bunch of businesses. But then there's this apartment building, and then other than that, it's just a bunch of other businesses, and then just like woods and whatnot. It's like
How's
it's
your $500? How's your $1,000,000 to Ukraine?
yeah, it's like
Honestly, if I had the opportunity, I would put a
I yelled that out
Russian
loud, by the
flag,
way.
a Let's Go Brandon flag, and put it in my car and drive it all across town, and basically just to see how people would react.
I'm getting a Let's Go Brandon. That's coming next, as a matter of fact. I'm getting
All right, Hey Zach, let's see how loud this one is.
okay.
How's that $50 billion to Ukraine?
You NATO fucking sociopaths, get off my fucking lawn.
It's not like anybody can
And
hear
the
me anyway.
war
My grandparents are
machines!
asleep. My grandparents are asleep anyway. And besides, I don't have neighbors, so nobody can complain.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a great thing about living in the middle of nowhere. No one can fucking bitch at you about having a different opinion.
Where
You know what? I wish I
It's kind of
Yeah.
funny. I like I said, I live in kind of like a I live in like a sort of suburban area. It's a little interesting. It's like I live sort of in the suburbs, but like I live sort of in the suburbs, but there's some woods, and then there's the urban on the other side. So it's kind of like in the middle of town, if that makes any
Can you
sense.
see me?
I can
Yeah.
see you. All right, what are you gonna say, Dark Reaper? I think you're gonna say you wish you lived in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I kind of wish I lived in nature or at least near the beach, so that way I can like have a peaceful environment and outside like instead of living in this like shitty city that I live in right now.
Mm,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, it's so dark. It's so dark back here, and I'm screaming,
Well,
screaming in the
But
dark.
like this city that I live in, I'm not gonna name it, but like the traffic in this city is terrible, and the community, it's a nice community that I live in, but like there's freaking idiots who park their cars on the side of the road, and it's
oh
not just one
yeah.
or two people; it's multiple people.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, no, I mean, traffic in this area can get kind of fucking whack at times too. Especially, especially any time after like 2 o'clock is when traffic starts to pile up, and then at like 5 p.m. is when it's the worst, and then by like 7 p.m. it starts to die down. Technically, rush hour in Massachusetts is like from 3 to 7, but it's definitely 2 to 7 at this point.
You want to know what's funny? I live near a highway, but you can barely hear it unless like a
I
train goes
actually,
by,
I
or
live
like an
sort of
ambulance or a police siren.
I live
Like
sort of near a highway. I live sort of near a highway, but you know what's kind
I'm
of
up on
funny?
a hill, so that's why you can barely hear it.
Yeah,
Like I'm up on a hill near a highway, but like then the only time you can hear cars coming by is if you hear a loud ambulance or the train in the background.
yeah, that's kind of how the Georgetown State Forest is, which is about 20 minutes from here. It's like you go into the woods and like at the beginning of the forest, it's like the middle of no friggin' where you can't hear anything but a pin drop. Or then that's it. Or unless you hear the crickets or the birds or something. And then when you go like in the middle of the forest, then you go near like I-95. I actually live not that far from I-95, so I do sort of live near a highway. It's kind of that proximity, which is middle of
Oh
nowhere
yeah,
Hey,
kind of highway.
hey, hey Joey,
yeah.
um, have you seen the new video I uploaded on my channel?
Oh yeah, I saw that in my recommended.
That reminds me, something happened with Kyle Kalinske recently that I actually that I'm gonna discuss at some point. I think I'm gonna make it in a separate video or something. I'm not sure, but so basically about Kyle Kalinske is okay. You guys know how I'm a fan of Revolutionary Blackout Network, right?
Yeah.
That network. Okay. The Vanguard made a stream earlier, and I guess I guess RBN. Well, I mean, if I'll just say RBN. RBN made a thing about how like Kyle and Crystal are getting married because they actually got married recently. And even though I don't fucking like them at all, I'm like, all right, whatever, I don't care. And then like RBN was like making a big fucking thing about it. It's like, all right, like, come on now, all right, enough is enough. Like that's just really petty, all right? We can sit there and criticize them all day long, but do we really have to sit here and get into the
Yeah.
whole, oh, Crystal and Kyle, like, oh, they're getting married? It's like, all right, come on now. It's like, who fucking cares, all right? We got, this is it. That's not a good look for you guys. Like, seriously. And the Vanguard was making all these, like, great points about it, like saying that it's really like a childish move. I mean, they don't get along
None
with
of your
RBN.
That's none of their business.
Yeah, they don't
Oh
get
wait,
along
like
with RBN. They don't get along with RBN at all, just like they don't get along with Jimmy Dore at all. But that's besides the point. But no, they were making good points. It's like, yeah, Crystal and Kyle, they suck. They suck on policy. But I don't give a shit if they get married, whatever. Ooh, they got married. Good for them. I don't care. Move the fuck along. Who cares? It's
who was
silly.
complaining about them getting married?
Nick and CJ on RBN, and they're like saying, "Oh, this and that." I'm like, "All right, come on. Like, this is not a good. Like, see, I'm the type of person where just because I support a channel doesn't mean I'm gonna sit there and tell them to kindly shut the fuck up if they're being stupid. Like,
Yeah.
like seriously, I will because it's just not a good look on their part. It just really wasn't. And it's like, come on now, do we really need to do the friggin' drama with other people online? It's like this is really what it's all about because that's what the fucking young turds do. Okay, they're just a bunch of fucking drama whores, and in this scenario, RBN was starting to sound like a bunch of drama whores in this scenario too. So
Hey, Zach.
I'm just like, I just don't get it. It's like it's just like, why do I even pay attention to people anymore? Like I'm just over it.
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna say, Joe?
You want to know something though? Like, I'm out back at 3 in the morning screaming in the dark. I'm out back at 3 in the morning screaming in the dark. People be like, Jesus Criminy, what are you? I
That's
don't care. In fact, while I'm at it, I'll have a furry to do me. I'll have someone. I'll get a friend. We'll get our fursuits in and on and do each other 69 times.
oh yeah, go good. Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, nothing wrong with sucking dick in the middle of the forest. I mean, it's not like I haven't done that a time or two.
hey, hey,
And
Saber,
fursuits.
hey, Joey, it would be very funny to see you make a video where you're dressed up as a furry and then and then you're going outside and just screaming no more shit to Ukraine and
with
all
a
this other
furry
stuff.
with a furry suit, that actually be funny as
The,
fuck.
the local furry haters would not like that.
Oh, they really wouldn't like that, especially the ones that are fucking triggered about, oh, Joey, oh my god, Joey is the supporter of Russia. Like, oh my god.
If I if I had the fucking ability to, I would show them my fucking ass.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, not that I would mind. I'm kidding. I mean, you know me and my gay ass loves to see some bare asses all the time.
Other fantasy of mine now. I have a new fantasy. Me and some guy in wolf fursuits go late at night in the forest and do each other 69 times
69,
while
dudes.
watching Stream 56 with Kids Bop 56.
Oh, be careful making these jokes, Joey and Zach, because then someone's gonna comment saying that you're both grooming me.
Even though the
Oh, boo
jokes are
hoo.
not even geared towards you at all. They're just jokes in your presence and you're there laughing at them.
Like, I'm
Exactly.
sorry to say it, like, learn to take your fucking context properly, you dumbasses.
It's all
Mm-hmm.
about context. Why don't people get context? And it's actually great. That actually reminds me. Speaking of context, I guess my Floridian in the comments here. Well, in the call, has lost respect for the Floridian governor.
Yep.
What about Ireli?
Well, yeah, because DeSantis did a really fucking shitty thing. I mean, I never
What's your
liked
thoughts
him.
on Costa Rica?
It's a mixed bag. But no. But with regards to DeSantis, I'm just like, no. I mean, I never liked DeSantis. I've always thought he was a fucking scumbag and a piece of shit. I never fucking liked him. But
I know what Zach's fantasy is.
You know, I will tell you guys something. Like back around 2021, like I actually, was a fan of Ron DeSantis, but then over the years, the more I started watching Zach's channel, the more I just became neutral around him. But then recently, according to Zach's new video, Ron DeSantis is now planning on banning Chinese people from visiting Florida just because he doesn't like the Chinese government.
yeah, buying
And
land. Yeah, buying like land in Florida, which
Fucking
is
stupid.
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely
that's like
fucking retarded.
Hey,
that
Zach.
is completely stupid. And at this point, like I just like really, dude, come on, you've crossed the line here. I'm done with you.
Yeah, I completely
Ooh,
agree.
I have one.
Mm,
I have one, Zach.
yes.
Joe Biden and Zelensky making a porno naked.
Oh God! It's talking about Zach and Mary make a porno, Zelensky and Biden making a porno. Oh God, that's disgusting.
Now, granted, even though I still kind of prefer Ron DeSantis over Charlie Chris, that doesn't mean I will support Ron DeSantis anymore. I don't like I'm officially done with that dude. I don't really respect him at all because like come on, what he's trying to do is a pretty shitty move.
Yeah, that is a really fucking shitty move. That really is a
Didn't they
shitty
say something about Ron DeSantis trying to ban trans people?
move. Yep, that's what he did. That's literally what he did. A link in the description of that. Link in the description of that last video. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah, and Tucker Carlson is a bad person. Yeah, Tucker
oh,
Carlson,
he's a
he's a
bad
piece of
person.
shit.
No, I mean, like I said, Tucker Carlson is a fucking war hawk when it comes to China, but he manages to get the NATO proxy war right.
No,
Exactly.
I was
Like you
mocking.
know
I
he
wasn't saying he was. I was making a mockery.
yeah I mean like um Tucker. I mean I don't agree with some things on Tucker Carlson, but like you know he was one of the only halfway decent things on Fox News, and the fact that Zelensky was responsible for him being fired is just like, yeah, like fuck you, Zelensky, you piece of shit.
I agree. He
Who
can.
knows? Zelensky could come to our houses at night and slit our throats open, and they would have praised it.
Oh, I
Exactly.
mean, I mean, he ain't gonna get away with that. I mean, we've got knives in the. I've got knives in this house. We got pepper spray and all
Uh,
that.
yeah, if Zelensky, I mean, like my little pipsqueak, I'm telling you, I bet my little pipsqueak arms can take down Zelensky, even if I might be the weakest person on earth. You know.
We
I'll just start throwing things at
it's
him, like tables, chairs, and everything. I'll throw tables and chairs and everything at him,
oh yeah, I completely agree. Wait, Pip's
and
sweet
it'll probably
arms.
be
I
too
saw your
immature to even
arms.
do it.
I saw your arms. You look like you got long arms. You look tall.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
got a
I
haircut.
am pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm
I got a
6'2" and
haircut
a half.
yesterday.
I'm 6'2" and a
I got
half.
a haircut yesterday.
Oh, cool.
I'm like
I'm.
I'm like
Yeah,
almost taller than my older brother.
Uh,
yeah. My hair was really long for the longest time.
you
I
want
mean, you
to
should know. You saw how long my hair was.
You know what's funny? It's like it just seems like Zach. People named Zach are just tall in general because it's fucking funny. Because I
Why
actually,
is it that most people that are named Tyler have like a dick personality?
I don't know, bro. It's kind of,
Like,
it's kind
I
of
don't know. A lot. I guess my name comes to the reason why I'm an asshole to a lot of people that I don't like.
No, I don't think so. I think you're just assholes to people who deserve it. But it's funny because Zach, people are think Zach are tall. Like I'm tall. I'm 6'2" and a half, almost 6'3", and I went to camp with.
It's not
I
Zach
went to
the
camp
Celtics guy. It's Zach the Celtics guy.
I went to camp with a couple kids named Zach, and they were all like really tall as well. It's pretty weird how that works. I don't know. I guess people named Zach are just tall
The
for
fuck, my
whatever
camera's still on.
reason. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, it's
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yee! But I always feel the need. It's like weird. It's like I don't know because I think it's because I actually do have a lot of fans from Florida, so it's like I feel like I'm like I just always want people to know that this never pertains to anybody from there. I never because other than him and a few others that come out of there, like I said, I like Florida a lot. I like the
Yeah, I
vibe,
mean,
culture, everything.
even after I even after I no longer have any respect for Ron DeSantis, honestly, like people shouldn't be like saying that Florida is bad just because the governor over there sucks. You know?
Exactly. Well, the only reason we say that other places suck with their governors because they suck in general.
Yeah, California like legitimately fucking sucks. So does New
California,
I
York.
mean, take
so does New
Ohio for
York,
example.
so does Illinois, and so does all of them. Oh my God, they're the fucking worst. Well, it's funny. Like we could say like Elizabeth Warren sucks, but she's from Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is a really good state overall. It really is.
Yeah, Massachusetts ain't all that bad. It's probably the best blue state in the United
Yeah,
States.
Oh, like,
I completely and totally agree with that. It is definitely the best. It's the most moderate blue state of all. That's for damn sure.
oh, I didn't hear about that.
What, that Massachusetts is the most moderate blue state?
No, No, I was joking. I said, "Oh, I didn't hear about that," and I was expecting you to say the same.
Oh! I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about the train disaster. Yeah, that's real. No one is talking about this.
Yeah, like
Hey, starting
yeah, that
October 10th is the anniversary of something.
honestly, if I tried to bring up the train derailment disaster in Ohio and somebody that I was having a conversation said they like didn't know about that whole thing, I would basically be, freaking pissed.
Well,
Not at them, but the fact that like somebody hasn't heard
Like,
about
we
it
gotta
because the
focus on
media is
Ukraine.
barely talking about it, honestly should tell you something.
yeah, that should
Like I said, Dark Reaper. Like I said, we gotta focus on Ukraine. You know, the
Yeah,
old
we gotta
saying.
focus on Ukraine because
Zach knows
Slava
why I said we.
Ukraine.
Yeah, Zach, you remember my famous quote?
when the queen died, and that's how they do it. When an event of disaster happens in another place, sorry, we gotta focus on Russia. Sorry, we gotta focus on Ukraine. And then Nicholas made that mocking voice, everybody mentioning Ukraine and China and Taiwan
Northern Lavoka.
and fucking Taiwan.
I'm just gonna say it.
What's
And
up, Palau?
and coast and coastal. What the hell was the name of that place I had? Shit.
Northern
Costa
Northern
Rica.
Lavoka. Yeah, Northern Lavoka. And
Lavoca, yeah.
Northern Lavoka. It is a criminal offense to be a neo-Nazi because you give people brain damage.
Hmm.
I mean, technically that is. I mean, technically that is illegal in some European countries.
Brain damage is a criminal offense in Northern Lavoka.
Well, you know
I
what,
mean,
brain.
I heard that neo-Nazism is like illegal in Germany and stuff. That's kind of funny because Germany supports a country that's ran by neo-Nazis.
Well,
For the
well,
longest time, I thought, oh, Zelensky being a neo-Nazi is stupid because he's a Jew. Okay, well, here's something that I need to say here.
yep.
It doesn't matter who that person is, whether they are a Jew, a Muslim, a Hispanic, a freaking black person. It doesn't matter. Anyone can be a fucking neo-Nazi or a fascist. It doesn't matter who they are.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
Hell, even women can be fascist. People are like, oh, only men can be fascists.
Women are fascists. I can name 3 women that are fascists right off the bat. This homophobic, bigoted senator from Missouri, Vicky Hartzler, is one of the most homophobic in the country. She's a fascist. There was this other one named Marilyn Musgrave from who was in office in Colorado in the early 2000s. She attempted to ban gay marriage nationwide, but obviously it never passed. She's definitely a fascist. And then Sarah Palin is a fucking fascist. I mean, I think the name speaks for itself. So no,
I
I
mean,
mean 3 women who are fascists right off the bat.
like literally, do like some people like do some people literally believe that there was no such thing as women Nazis? Come on, there's a freaking German woman who is known for being a Nazi, but also known for being a very horrible person right off the bat.
Yeah.
Free
Like
Palestine.
from what I've gathered, the women Nazis in the concentration camps were way more cruel than the men were. That's what I gathered.
Yeah, that's very.
Free. Hey guys, I have an argument that we can all agree on. Free Palestine.
Yes, 100.
Yes.
Even as a
I mean, I
Christian.
don't really side with either of them, but I could definitely say free Palestine.
When it comes to Palestine, it's not the government; it's the people that I say free Palestine to, because I'm not going to rock.
Exactly. I don't support the government of Ukraine. I mean, I don't support the government of Palestine, but like I do slava the people of Palestine because they don't deserve the treatment they're getting from the terrorists that run Israel.
100%. Oh, but remember,
Exactly. I
you're a
got one.
Christian. Hold on one second. You're a Christian, so that means how are you? Oh, you're a Christian. Oh, you should be supporting Israel. Oh my God, you support the LGBT? That's like, yeah, because Dark Reaper has an open mind and he doesn't care. He's a tolerant, open-minded person.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
I'm a Christian,
Yep.
but I believe that everyone is equal. I mean, there are some white white supremacists that like to take quotes from the Bible and take it out of context and basically not actually get the meaning of what the Bible is actually saying. It's not just white supremacists, it's also atheists as well. Some atheists who really hate religion tend to take some quotes from the Bible out of context. But I'm not going to get into that. But yeah,
Well, no,
you know.
what you said made perfect sense, bro. What you said made perfect sense. But yeah, no, it's about having an open mind, and I guarantee you, look at it's like, dude, most people don't even care about that type of thing at this point. Most people don't even give a shit. That
Yeah,
like
Hey Zach.
gay people don't affect anyone. What's up?
exactly.
So I have a new pledge allegiance instead of the U.S. Pledge of Allegiance. They'll say, "I pledge allegiance to the United States of Ukraine. We'll send all of our money there.
For which it stands.
One
One
nation under
nation under
Zelensky."
Zelensky, and I don't know, just stand with Ukraine.
Too invisible with liberty and neo-Nazism for all. Invisible.
I'm going to teach my kids how to be neo-Nazis in the future.
Because we all sound like we have balls.
Oh wait, I got one. Star Spangled Banner. Oh, the sea, can you see? Oh, the neo-Nazis and Ukraine. Oh, stand with Ukraine, for it is more important than anything else. Wait, did someone say something about America? I don't even know what that is. Cause all I see in my brain dead mind is Ukraine.
Mr.
And praise
Zelensky's a
the Lord.
great, stars bursting like my cum load all over the place. To end to Ukraine and Crimea belongs to Ukraine. And Putin will be defeated on the battlefield.
Hey, Zach, I'll say this right now. I'll give one person credit because they saw the error of their ways. Because I think it was Lord of Edge who saw the error of their ways. Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
he's part Ukraine. He's part Ukrainian and also part Lebanese, so he definitely. Well, I mean, he
Oh, I
knows.
bet that Lord of Edge would be pissed off at that guy who made a video about you.
Oh yeah, no, I mean Lord of Edge is in the other comment, but yeah, in the other comment section. But yeah, no, he fucking hates the neo-Nazis. Oh my god, my phone is actually charging now. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, the fucker who made a video the other day. I'll give this dude one credit. At the very least, he uses actual voice instead of using some text to speech or basically using Nina Jenkinson's voice and being all like, "Zach, the Celtic Sky is a Russian puppet, a right winger."
Yeah,
But that's the only noteworthy thing I could say about that video. Other than that video was fucking terrible.
yeah.
Dark Reaper, you know what time it is. It's time to sing the theme song for NATO. You know, the song that Zach reacted to.
Do I still have a pulse?
Hey Zach, you know what time it is? It's time to react to that legendary iconic video.
What video?
Oh well.
You know, the shitty one with Zach the Celtics guy.
Oh yes. The
All right, let me.
wait, are you talking about that one with a like
Nina Jenkinson's voice?
All right, let me. All right, I'll pull it.
Oh yes. Let me get to that.
Angry man.
And while we're at it, we have to stand up and sing our national anthem.
Yes. Yes.
That is the new neo-Nazis national anthem. And what makes it even more funny is that it has a profile of a person we can't mention.
Wait. Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Oh, you found it. Okay, that's cool. Because I could barely find it.
Ukraine, more like you won.
All right, let me. I gotta turn up the audio.
All right.
Let me just make sure it's playing. All right, yep, it is. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Zach, the Celtic guy is a right-winger and a crush-up, but he should support Ukraine or he will die. Zach, the Celtic guy is a right-winger and a crush-up, but he should support Ukraine or he will die.
Neoliberal dick sucking jackass, and I go into drill sergeant mode.
Like, it's hilarious. That's the moment I finally fucking lost it. That video was the moment I said "fuck Ukraine."
That you just lost it, and then I lost it, and then it was either people lost it, and then I made people fucking burst out laughing.
Like, I remember seeing that video and like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm done reasoning with you.
Yeah, it's like I said about fucking fucking what's his face, like that fucking Alistair Mycroft. You know that when we were all friends and whatnot in Damien's group, he actually got fucking censored on Twitter. But then I called out fucking bullshit Twitter censorship, and I was really pissed in that video. That was like a big rant I did, and it's like, oh, well, look at that. This guy that I was defending in 2019 against censorship and speaking out against that is now going to turn. It's like, you see what I mean? This is why I have a hard time trusting people in general.
Yeah, like, wait, what did he say to you after you defended him?
I think he was like all thankful. I don't even remember because he wasn't like it wasn't like on like it wasn't YouTube. It was on Twitter, and that's when I finally just like lost it because other people were complaining about the same thing, and I was just like I had enough of it. I just like
Yeah, so basically this dude literally, goes out, spews petty insults at you, like you literally defended him, and you tried to reason with him because you've had good terms in the past. But this guy resulted to petty insults against you because he doesn't agree with your stance on the Russian-Ukraine war. Wow, like, what a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I'm just gonna say fuck those types of people. I don't care who they are. They pull that shit. I'm never forgiving them.
Nope, me either.
Yeah, and I already blocked his dumbass, so I am not going to deal with him.
No, he's a fucking cocksucker.
Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, if I defend somebody from something, they praise me one moment and then decide to fuck me. Well, you're fucked.
Yep, same here. If you decide to turn on me and do that with like a fucking cocksucking asshole, then yeah, no. Consider any friendship over between me.
Like, I don't even give a shit if this piece of shit dies.
Yep, the fact that he resorted to making a petty ass video on you shows what happens when you try to reason with someone who, hates anyone and everything who doesn't agree with you politically.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say right now, people like that deserve to die.
No, I'm just like over it. Well, I'm not gonna shed a fucking tear if that did happen. I wouldn't give a fuck. Wow, I can't believe how great that OBS is actually working.
I gotta love the fact that, like, I said go neck yourself to Ken Roth in my live stream, and people are gonna say, and then people are going to say in an exposing video, oh my god, Saber told someone to go kill themselves. What a heartless jerk.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's aiding and abetting suicide. Oh my god. He's
like at this point, you have to wonder, like, what fucking side are these people on who go after, Joey at this point? Like, they can't make up their fucking mind on who they side with.
They're not on anybody's side. It's like they're not even on anybody's side. All they're doing is they're just making fucking morons of themselves. They don't know what side to take because they got their brain cell. Their brain cell is like the size of a fucking grain of salt.
You wanna know what's funny, Zach? It's kind of funny because I got this fucking Trump fan back in 2021 and 2022 that kept attacking me because I didn't agree with Trump. But he's also praising Ukraine and Biden.
So yeah, you can't be a Trump fan and then praise Biden. It makes nope, don't work.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Nope, doesn't work. Does
Yeah,
not.
like
You
how am I
can't have
supposed
your
to take
yellow
it? Like
cake and eat it too.
how am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to think that you're not a troll when literally you call yourself Trump fan, but then at the same time you're praising Joe Biden? Like, how am I supposed to take you seriously?
Nope,
Oh,
doesn't.
Zach, I found the other iconic video, the one that called you a Korea puppet. We need to react to that next.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
The one from Biden fan 2023.
Oh,
you
Jesus.
guys can go find that. Oh, yep.
Holy shit.
Zach the Saudis guy. Where's the Chinese puppet one?
I think that fucker ended up removing it or something because they were a little bitch about it.
Exactly. All right, time to watch this one.
Here we go. 2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Zach the Celtic guys in North Korea, but he should support South Korea or he will die from no. Zach the Celtics guy, he supports war effect.
War
I don't
effect.
even, I
Really?
don't even know what the
He
hell this
couldn't
guy
even-
was just saying at the very end.
Like he said war effect at the end. He's trying to say warfare. He couldn't even spell affair right.
Also, remember, this is the same idiot who made this video as well.
Oh, yep.
Let's watch it.
Yep.
3, 2,
2, 1.
1.
And Jawa 2023 is a Russian puppet. He should support Ukraine or he will die. And Jawa 2023 is a Russian puppet. He should support Ukraine or he will die. Jawa 20.
You want to know what's funny? They removed Zach the Saudis guy's name and put Adam in that.
Oh, of course they did. Oh, fucking more.
It's basically the same thing, but just with Adam's name.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's next? Are they gonna make a video about Dark Reaper?
What?
Dark Reaper is a right winger. And then Dark Reaper will be looking at the screen like, yeah, I am a right winger. Like, what? Yeah, I am.
Exactly.
Here's I think the first time I ever heard Dark Reaper talk when he made that video about the young turds. I heard his voice the very first time before he ever joined in like the Discord, like the podcast. His
What about the first time I used my voice?
his first time was when he said, "Here is a message for the viewers. If you want to have a good, successful life, just don't be these guys. Just don't
Hey
be."
Zach, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So when was the first time you used my voice?
I think it was on Instagram when you started a live stream. I think it was then.
That was when Adam joined, I think.
Yeah, I think it was when Adam joined, and then I heard Adam join. Yeah, then I.
The first time I actually heard like Adam's voice was his stream on why he doesn't support Ukraine. And then Zach and Joey went in, and then I was also introduced to a couple other people who we're not going to mention because they're now a bunch of fucktards.
Yeah.
Hey Zach.
Yeah.
But I want to tell the story and continue. So I was doing a live stream that day. Then Zach decided to join, even though Adam said he was eating and busy. Even though me and Zach were in the middle of a conversation, Adam joins and Zach's like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Wait. When was this?
I think he was like, "Oh wait, who's this person?"
I was
Or
like,
something like that.
yeah, I was like, wait. I'm like, oh, who is this? If I said who the fuck is this, I was just saying it in a joking way.
Oh. Even though that was the first stream you met Adam through. Was
yeah.
Zach met Adam through me. I met Zach through an Aussie fucktard, but
I also met
Zach met me through Space Voyager's comments.
Yeah.
I also technically met Zach through an Aussie fucktard as well, and I knew about a certain Aussie fucktard because I was in the Shadow Reader community.
Oh yeah, that's true too. And I met Space Voyager, and I met Gage through. So basically, Gage was the gateway to everyone. I met Space Voyager through Gage, and then I met Joey through Space Voyager, then Adam through Joey, and then it all went from there.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, you want to know something, though?
Yeah.
As much as I hate the Australian fucktard, I do have to thank them for one thing. If it wasn't for his retarded videos, I would have never met you.
Yeah, or it might have been a while before you came across me at one point.
I would have probably can't. I don't know if I would have come across you because you probably wouldn't have seen Space Voyager. Because if that Space Voyager exposed video didn't come out,
Yeah.
you probably would have
Yeah.
never even knew who Space
Some
Voyager was.
things, hey, you know what? Some things just happen for a reason, you know?
Yeah, if it wasn't for that third Australian fucktard, I probably would have never discovered Zach's channel. And
I would have never discovered
even if I
community.
did found out about Zach's channel at one point, I probably would have never got into politics. I probably would have never discussed my political views online anyway, because because in an alternate universe, I wouldn't be way too familiar, Zach. I wouldn't be like too familiar to Zach. So,
Hey, Dark Reaper.
That's true.
I'm Dark Reaper. This would be me in an alternate universe. Like, even though this is my theory, if those stupid Australian videos never happened, well, this is if I never met the Australian, cause I wouldn't have met Zach. I wouldn't have even knew who Gage was. I would have been like, who's Gage? I probably wouldn't have found him. I wouldn't have even knew who Damien was. I wouldn't know who Kaz Warfox was.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
true.
I wouldn't have known
Shadow,
what any of these
I would
people
still know
were.
the Shadow. The only people I would have still known is Space Voyager, Shadow Linus, and the Shadow Reader at that time.
Yeah, me too. I probably would have
Those
never
were the
known.
only people I would have still been in
never
the.
known about Zach and the other guys if it wasn't for you know who.
Right.
Even though I will say in this universe, because I met Adam through the chubby fucktard, because I would have still met Adam through chubby fucktard in 2020.
Yeah, that's
Even though, yes, I do wear a hat.
yeah.
my
Honestly,
goodness.
it's kind of
Even if
like
I did find Zach, like, okay, this is an alternative universe. Like, it'd be 2022, right?
Yeah.
And I would be watching Space Voyager's channel. A new subscriber comes in by the name of Zach, and I decide to check out the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm probably shy at the time, because I don't know who the hell Zach was.
You know, it's actually funny. You were shy when we first met, and you never like dropped any. You never swore once when I first met you, and now it's like
The opposite happened.
yep.
and you want to know something?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the first time I got into a call with you and remembered how like how slower and calmer I was when I talked to you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember when Dark Reaper first met me. Like, I had a lot of different political views when I first met Dark Reaper.
It was actually episode 59. I wasn't doing a actual consistent podcast at that point. I think it was just one time I was like I wanted to chat with people on Discord, so I ended up, and I think that was the first time I ever heard Nicholas ever talk. That was.
You want to know what's funny though?
I think it was. What's up?
You want to know what's funny though? When I first met Zach, I was the common chill guy. Zach didn't take me for a guy who swore, but boy was he wrong when the future came.
Yeah, I mean, I knew you probably would have sworn a little bit, but then or maybe a little bit, but I never knew you had that other side to you.
I mean, and even in the first,
side.
The first time I went to a call with Zach, I did swore a little bit, but it wasn't like too often. I wasn't like going into any rants or anything, and I wasn't like making a bunch of insults against certain idiots. But as time went on, I started getting more and more used to being part of Zach's podcast to the point that I just went full out.
Oh yeah.
The first time I ever swore publicly in a rant thing, it shocked Zach.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It shocked him so much that I was so pissed off that I started swearing like a sailor. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know you swore that much.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, I swear a lot. Yeah, I swear a lot.
And I'm
So honestly, Joey, I knew that you know, when I was in Shell's community and still technically am in Shell's community, I knew you as like the Shadow Ferret, but man, I honestly never knew that the Shadow Ferret was like basically a very big, basically sweared a lot. I never knew that the Shadow Ferret was like a you know, how do I put it? I never knew that he was like an actual like ranter. I never knew that he actually would like swear so much and actually be
This
this
time I
angry
think
at certain people or certain things.
Oh yeah.
But you want to know what's funny though? Like when Dark Reaper saw me, I think it's the first time he probably watched my Creepypasta is Dead video where I started swearing a little bit, even though I didn't swear too much, cause YouTube would bullshit.
But now it's like,
Because I'm pretty sure that Dark Reaper just saw me as some guy who was chill.
yeah.
But
That's
then
how
when
I
he
saw it.
but when he met me but when Dark Reaper met me publicly in a Discord call, he realized that I swore a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At first I thought I thought like Joey the Kangaroo and the Shadow Ferret were completely different people, but then I realized that they were the same user, so
Or Saber simply rebranded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do this for another 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna head off. So,
But I'm pretty sure that like Dark Reaper saw me as a family friendly channel is what he's trying to imply.
probably I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
like,
want
I never like knew that like. I mean, I knew you as the Shadow Ferret before in Shadow Reader's community, but I never thought that you would actually like be a ranter. I never thought that you would actually like be enraged in your rants or like,
well,
basically tear into people that you hate. I never thought that you would actually like be this ruthless with the people that you can't stand. Like Ken Roth, for example.
but you want to know something funny, Dark Reaper? I got that from Shadow. I got that shit from Shadow Reader because I saw a lot of Shadow Readers rage rants. Yeah, I remember when Shadow Reader used to yell a lot.
Yeah, I remember that too.
That's where I got my yelling from, the Shadow Reader. But then I got even more yelling when I met Zach.
Yeah.
Like, I used to rant a lot back when I was in the Shadow Reader community as well. But you didn't really see those because they were privated.
Mm. Well, I do remember being in some of Shadow streams and like talking in Shadow streams and stuff like that. And this was before I got into Zach streams, so
I remember back in 2020, I wasn't the Shadow Ferret. I was the Revenge Cat.
I don't remember you as the Revenge Cat. When I first met you, were the Shadow Ferret.
I was the Revenge Cat, then I became the Shadow Revenge Cat. That was when I was in the Shadow Reader community, though.
Well, you know what we're gonna do, guys. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna be making. Here's to many more memories that'll be created for many more years to come. That's for sure.
Yep.
Cheers to Zach for bringing out my rant side.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheers to Zach for.
Shadow Reader was also helpful with my rant side as well, because I saw a lot of Shadow Readers rants, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Shadow Reader isn't having it today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Reaper?
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, cheers to Zach for like, allowing me to finally like speak my mind on the internet and not have to worry about like freaking idiots coming after me and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Because back then, back before I came into Zach's podcast, I would barely, if not ever, talk about politics online because that wasn't like basically I don't talk about politics. And even back when like I first started making comments in regards to Zach's political view, in regards to Zach's videos on politics, I would clarify that I'm not much of a political person. I don't talk about politics much. But nowadays, basically, like I'm not like an extremist, but I basically feel like I now have a mind to speak.
Well, yeah, you are free to say anything you want on this channel. Like you are always welcome to speak your mind. Because that's what I'm about.
20,
That's what I'm about on this channel. That's what I'm about. I'm about open mindedness. You know, that's what it's all about.
hey,
Yeah.
Zach.
It's what I told Nicholas as well. I told him, oh yeah, how was he in the call earlier? Was everything okay with him? I forget
He
what.
sounded tired, but overall he sounded fine.
Oh, okay. Did he mention any other things? It's like I don't. I'm just like wondering. I was like, I don't know. I was like worried, like, oh, did I say the wrong thing this time, or oh, did I do this? You know, that's kind of how I get.
Yeah, but him, hey, Zach.
Hmm. Yes.
So this was you in 2021, and then in 2022, I remember you saying like, "Oh, I don't take you for a guy who swears." But then in 2022, that changed.
Oh yeah, that that really did change.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny? It basically became the opposite effect of. I became the opposite of what I was because back then I was afraid of ranting, but now I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
after how YouTube treated you when you tried to like when you actually when you tried to respect YouTube's community guidelines, YouTube basically treated you like bullshit and abused you. So yeah, you had enough, and you just didn't give a shit anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, I gave a lot of the NATO fuckers the middle finger and said, "Fuck you guys."
You gave him the middle fingers. Well,
Because a lot of people didn't know about my swearing personality because I can swear up a storm.
speaking of swearing up a storm, you know what's funny? Lion Queen actually swears too. I mean, I've never heard her swear on her videos, but I've heard her swear like in like private conversations with me, and that was also very surprising too. Actually,
Like the two people you least expect to be swearers swear a lot.
like Ryan, like my bestie Ryan. I like every time I didn't hear him. I've never heard him swear until like 2019, 2020, and it shocked the fuck out of me. I'm like the fuck. But then
Ooh, I
Steve,
love the
You know, for the longest time, like back when I was like younger, I would almost, if not ever, swear ever. I would, usually when I did say things that were kind of like a swear, I would usually replace them with like heck or frick or something like that. But nowadays, since I've grown older and older, I kind of just swear like a sailor.
oh yeah, well I mean you're sick. Well I mean you're a 16-year old. I think 90. I mean I think 90% of 16-year-olds at this point swear. I mean it's just a fact of life.
And the
yeah.
worst thing is, like, my 6-year-old innocent mind thought that the only bad thing in the world was swearing.
Who
Yeah.
gives a shit? Like I used to be one of those people that used to feel guilty about swearing, and then once I got older, I stopped giving a shit about
You,
feeling guilty because it's just part of life. Swearing is a part of life.
You want to know what's
Exactly.
funny? You want to know what's funny? When I was growing up, my dad hated when I swore, but my mom never cared. But then as time went on, then my dad started doing it more and more, and then he obviously stopped caring after that. And then he just started to swear, and he's like, but then he feels bad about it sometimes because, like, okay, my both my parents are wonderful. Like, both my parents are like amazing people, but like I don't know. It's like my dad feels so bad about swearing sometimes. I'm like, Dad, what's the big deal? I'm like, what's the big deal? You're saying you're with me, okay? You're with me, okay? And he's like, I know, but I just don't like doing it. It's like a habit or whatever. I'm like, Dad, you're with me, okay?
Sometimes, you know, actually, never mind. It's like it's personal stuff. I rather not talk about like my family because
No, I get that, but I
Hate
mean,
that.
but I mean, nobody curses in my family more than my grandfather does.
But
Nobody,
you want to know something?
and my aunt too.
You
Yeah,
wanna,
what's up?
but you want to know something? The first time, okay, this was when Nicholas met me, because I think Nicholas just saw me as some chill guy who's talking. But when I did a stream and started swearing, Nicholas is like, Jesus criminy.
Jesus. Yeah, actually, it's funny. When Nicholas first saw me ranting and going off like crazy, it was surprising to him. And then he's like, "I love it." And he's like, "I love it," because Steven and I are like polar opposite when we rant. He's chill about ranting. With me, I just go fucking nuclear. So it's like, but he sees Steve as a chill guy. Oh, you should see the other side of Steven. Oh, you'll see. Not with me, obviously. Obviously, not with me. He never reacts that way with me, just about other things when he's, off camera. Like there'd be things he'd react to that would get him pissed off. But yeah, no, but
Ooh,
yeah,
trust
no.
me, there's
Yeah,
been times where I punch a wall.
sometimes when it comes to certain scumbags, I tend to talk calmly about it and basically just tell them to piss off. But when there's people that generally piss me off to my very core, yeah, I tend to go on a rageful outburst because
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, yeah,
And this is
absolutely.
all right. This is coming from someone who like rages a lot, you know,
Well, yeah.
because I do rage a lot.
I mean, hey, hello, Mr. Rager over here. you know,
Like,
rage
trust me,
furry
you should
guys.
see me in public.
Joey's the raging furry.
mm,
Like, I rage a lot. Like, there's been times where I've even raged at my uncle, and he got surprised at me, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, I didn't think that you could rage that much."
Jesus.
You know, you know about the
Same thing with
previous
Al.
stream, the episode 133.
Mm.
Like when I went off on Zach's stream, I was so loud that my family heard me. So that's why I toned it down a little bit shortly afterwards.
Yeah, I don't
Hey
blame you
Zach,
because I know it can get like awkward. I mean, even though it seems like you have a lot of like freedom to say what you want with your parents and stuff, but sometimes it's just better. I mean, I know I had to deal with it when I lived with my parents. I had to like I would either rant when they weren't home or when it was or like when they were like fucking dead asleep or something along those lines.
but you want to know something? Wait, when was the first time I ever ranted? When was the first time I ever swore publicly on Zach's stream?
Phew, probably in the middle of 2022 because I didn't start streaming until early last year.
100, episode 100 something,
Something along those lines. But for the
episode
longest time,
102,
but for
3.
the longest time,
I
I would
want to
do
find the
just
first.
sit and chill rants and stuff. I just do sit and chill streams, and I evolved into gaming, and then I evolved into podcasting. And then there was that time I used to think Russia was so like horrible. Like I had those. I thought that up until like June or July of last year. It was crazy.
Zach,
Yeah,
you know,
for the longest time throughout 2022, I generally thought that Ukraine was the victim and
Mm-hmm.
that Russia was the bad guys here.
Yep.
I was I would, back then I questioned Zach's stance on the Russia-Ukraine war. I even left a comment criticizing Zach, but nowadays I completely understand what Zach is talking about. I understand why he doesn't support Ukraine and why, technically he's pro-Russian.
Yeah, and nobody else in here is pro Ukraine either. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm like mildly pro Russia, just like I'm mildly pro China and stuff like that. Like I said, I have my disagreements with Putin, I have my disagreements with the Chinese government on
Of
things.
course.
Yeah, things like that. So I would say I'm more like a mild supporter. Like 60% I agree with, the other 60% not so much, if that makes any sense. Oh
hey
yeah.
Yeah,
Zach,
I
Hmm.
what was I gonna say? Um
You were
uh
you were gonna say something about like Russia and China. Your opinions on that?
yeah, Russia, I'm not exactly what you would call pro-Russian. I know I do make gifts to be Russian vodka and stuff like that, but
Oh yeah, that's
I
just
mean, as much as I despise Ukraine, I don't condone Russia invading Ukraine, and I have said that before.
well.
Um,
You know whose exact position that is, right? That's also Lee Camp's position. That's Men Press News's position. That's actually Chris Hedges' position. He said that. Chris Hedges works for the Real News Network, and he works, I think, with Med Press like part time. But even Lee Camp said he's against the invasion. I mean, in theory, I am against it too because I'm opposed to war. But but this is theory versus real world. In theory, I'm opposed to the Russian invasion because I'm opposed to all invasions. But real world, no, Russia is right in doing it because they're defending themselves.
Yeah,
So,
although I don't condone Russia invading Ukraine, I understand why they would invade Ukraine.
yep.
People think that Russia is invading Ukraine because they want land, because they're imperialists, because they're fascists or some crap like that. But no, the reason Russia is invading Ukraine is because Ukraine is like provoking them.
Yep.
And more importantly,
Ukraine
Russia doesn't even want all of Ukraine. They want the Donbas because the people of Donbas
And
are Russian civilians and agreed to be part of Russia. So Russia wants the Donbas region.
Yep. That's exactly right. man.
If Russia really wanted all of Ukraine, why haven't they taken all of Ukraine by now? Why is the West still completely clean and not a war zone yet? Why is the west of Ukraine not a war zone yet?
Yeah, what are they waiting for? Like, what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for some tea and crumpets? Or are they waiting for some jellyfish jam on the fucking Ukrainian croissant sandwich? Like, what the fuck? you know? Like,
are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey Zach.
Yes.
You know what? It's been 3 months since I think episode 100. Maybe we should see if I had any moments where I raged there. I don't remember if I raged.
Oh, that was when Rebel Shadow was in that stream, and he was going fucking nuclear in that stream too. Actually,
you know, I would like to see like. What was that?
I was gonna say like we should find the part where I think there's a part where I go off. I don't remember.
You know, I am so glad. I think it made perfect sense, all the sense in the world, that I would start doing my podcast series after episode 100. I think that made all the sense in the world, honestly.
Yeah, and you know something like, yeah, as I was about to say, I think it would be cool seeing Rebel Shadow on these podcasts more often.
Yeah, but Rebel Shadows, like he's like busy. He's like busy a lot. I mean, sometimes he streams like sporadically. So, but yeah,
Shadow, like Rebel Shadow does his own thing. So it makes sense they film on these podcasts very often.
Yeah, but he will come on because he is a big fan of mine, and he's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
Hey Zach.
What's up?
I was gonna ask you a favor. Do you think there's any parts in there where I go off and make sure to timestamp them?
All right, I can.
And episode 100.
I can check.
Because I swore on my life that I was in the stream. Well, I was. No, wait, I was in the stream probably. Was I? Was episode 101? Wait, what was it?
I think that's where Adam started to come on in.
I was under a different name during that time.
Oh yeah. Which can be annoying. All right, I mean, I'll go back and check it later. I can go back and look at it later. But I'm pretty sure that you were that you had some. I'm pretty sure that you had some nuclear moments there.
Yeah.
You were also wearing a hat. I don't know why I find that quote so funny. I just find it funny. It's just because it was so random how Joey was like, even though yes, I do wear a hat.
Hey, I'm gonna head out now.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna head out now too. All right, so yeah, big episode on Thursday. We will start our own podcast here. We will start that on we'll start it at like 7. So I'll probably be talking with them for probably like a half an hour, but like we'll all be like in the chat. But we'll start ours at like 7, the usual time. So we will do that.
All right.
Okie doke. Have a great night, guys. Thank you for stopping by.
Peace out, B for life.
Yeah, peace out. Z
Later.
for life. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck the EU. Fuck NATO. Fuck the establishment. And most importantly, fuck Ukraine Zelensky and fuck the government of Israel. Peace out.
Absolutely. Have a good night, guys.
Yep,
And
good
peace
night.
out later.
Peace. All right, guys. Thanks for joining on for this little test stream that I was doing. It looked like OBS was pretty successful tonight, and I'll see about doing it. If I'll definitely do it on. If I do end up doing that, I will more than likely be doing that Thursday. If not, I'll just stream to my phone like usual. But anyways, thank you all for joining in this little test stream. I will catch you all on tomorrow. It's now tomorrow at that point, so I will catch you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Look, tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. where I will be talking with my fan and my comrade Dust James. We'll be doing that. We'll be getting into it, and I will catch you guys then. Peace and have a good night. Keep fighting and keep on rocking. Till next time, so long and peace out and have yourselves a great night. I'll catch you in the next one. See y'all.